It is time to talk about the euro. The currency is currently trading at about 134.70. That's $1.3470. Keith McCullough, CEO of Hedgeye Risk Management, went short the euro on Monday. As you may know, Keith is a former portfolio manager at Carlyle's Blue Wave hedge fund and a Bloomberg Television contributing editor. He is with us by phone from his office in New Haven, Connecticut this morning. Keith, it wasn't so long ago that you told us the euro was oversold at $1.34. Why'd you change your mind?
Yeah, Eric, I think that what I said was, from a tactical perspective, the euro is going to get oversold whenever we have news flow like Portugal or Greece, for that matter, where the ratings agencies come in and basically, as lagging indicators, get you to an oversold level. So what I really think you should be doing with the euro is using the rating agencies as your backboard or your contra indicator in trading the euro with a downward bias. So now we're down to a range of the euro to $1.32 on the low side and $1.36 on the high side. And, we're lo and behold going to have, some rating agencies going to come out and downgrade Spain next week or the week after that, and then you're going to be able to cover it again, and then you reshort it on the bounce. I mean, it's a good lead indicator to do the opposite of what they're saying, basically.
Keith, do you think we could reach parity by year's end? I mean, we've heard some calls like that on our show.
No, not the euro parity with the dollar by year's end.
Yep,
no.
We've heard it.
Yeah, I think that, then that's another reason, to Eric's point, you have to manage risk around your short position in the euro. The euro's going lower. It's going to make a series of lower lows and lower highs. That's bearish. But
give us a range here, Keith.
Right now, I think $1.32 to $1.36. But we're not going to be in this Armageddon situation that some people are painting, that the euro is going to be disbanded and the euro is going to go to parity. I mean, I don't see that coming anytime soon.
Keith, I want to make a transition here because there's something else we need to bring up with you, which is the situation around AIG. As you know, we've got a Bloomberg blockbuster story out this morning explaining, or at least going a long way towards explaining, how on earth AIG ended up requiring a bailout as large as $183 billion. It all comes down to stuffing CDOs with debt of progressively worse and worse quality. What does it say to you, and can you rope in this idea that you have about rating agencies, because they certainly played a big role in AIG's situation?
Yeah, I think, Eric, and as you know, it's hard to get our heads wrapped around this entire thing just because it's so alarming. But I think what it tells you is that it's very much an embarrassing and sad state of standards that existed and currently could exist in U.S. finance. And when you tie that back to the core problem, which are some of these rating agencies and their levels of incompetence in actually putting these ratings on whatever these toxic waste dumps were, you can very much tie that to what I'm talking about in terms of sovereign debt risks. It's the same thing. There's a level of incompetence where people think that that's actually a standard of analysis, which is just bad.
But, I mean, Keith, admittedly, people cannot do their own research on structured products.
Yeah, they can, but what they can do is assume that half of the time or more, S&P and Moody's are going to be late and or wrong. I mean, that's what you should. That's the first thing you should think about when you wake up in the morning.
All right, Keith, we thank you as always. Keith McCullough, CEO of Hedgeye Risk Management, joining us there on the phone.